Welcome to a new episode of Ain't Got Time to Read, the place where I read a story, give you a breakdown of the plot, and simply save you time. Now, before we continue, here is your spoiler alert. If you have not read the story I'm about to discuss and you do plan to read it, then you may want to avoid this video or watch it at a later date. So that being said, let's dig into the plot of today's story. Captain America heads over to Diamondback's apartment on his new hoverbike and spots somebody spying on a rooftop. Captain America confronts him and finds that it is Boomslang from the Serpent Society. He jumps from the roof and attempts to get away from Captain America. He attempts to hide in an alleyway but runs into a gang of thugs that gun Boomslang down. Captain America ends up fighting with them. He takes them down with ease, but one of the thugs accidentally shoots two of the other thugs. Captain America gets Boomslang to the hospital and is told that one of the thugs that was shot died. When Captain America returns to the Avengers headquarters, he finds Fabian talking about people hearing his thoughts. Captain America recognises that Fabian is strung out on drugs. Fabian admits that he has been taking a new drug called ice. Captain America gets Fabian's dealer's information and suspends Fabian and gets him put into a rehabilitation program. Captain America wears a disguise and goes after Fabian's dealers. When he finds him, the dealer is convinced that Captain America is actually the Punisher. Meanwhile, while contained in his prison cell, Bullseye smashes his own head against a wall to injure himself. When the guards come in to investigate, Bullseye attacks them and manages to escape. Captain America takes down another dealer and is told about a warehouse where the drug called ice is being stored. Getting rid of his disguise, Captain America drops in through the roof. Captain America finds a man inside calling himself Napalm, who blows the building. John Jameson calls into Avengers headquarters to inform them of Captain America's situation. The reserve Avenger, Black Widow, is the only person available and Diamondback is also notified. When Diamondback arrives, she is worried that Captain America may be dead. She is relieved when Captain America reveals that he is still alive. Bullseye pays Wilson Fisk, also known as the Kingpin, a visit. After one of his factories is sabotaged, the Kingpin tells Bullseye to investigate both the sabotaged factory as well as the warehouse that Napalm blew, as the Kingpin did not sanction those narcotics and wants to know who is smuggling drugs into his city without his knowledge. When Captain America jumps off his hoverbike to investigate, he leaves Diamondback riding it. Black Widow attacks Diamondback thinking that she has done something to Captain America. They fight each other and Diamondback loses control of the hoverbike and they both end up in the Hudson River. While Captain America investigates, Bullseye watches from the shadows before trying to blind Captain America with his torch and attacking him. Using a shovel, Bullseye manages to injure Captain America's leg. He can't apply any weight on it. His only option is to roll out of the way of Bullseye's projectiles and use the darkness to his advantage. Diamondback manages to find Captain America's hoverbike and is surprised to find that it still works. Diamondback has no idea where Black Widow is. Captain America continues to fight Bullseye as the pain begins to subside in his leg. When Diamondback shows up, Bullseye doesn't like his chances of taking on both of them and escapes. A group of thugs steal a car and start driving around the streets and start drive-bys shooting the Kingpin's street dealers. When Captain America gets back to Avengers headquarters, he loses his temper with Peggy because she got the Black Widow involved. Then when he overhears Diamondback telling John Jameson that she thinks Captain America has been acting differently, he gets angry with her and has her escorted out of the Avengers headquarters. She does not take this lightly and decides to wear a disguise so that she can still help Captain America. Bullseye continues his investigation and beats down some street dealers and gets a lead to follow. After seeing a man in a limo buy drugs, Captain America goes brutally overboard by causing the limo to crash. He then pulls the man from the wreckage and gives him a lecture. Diamondback visits John Jameson in her new disguise. She explains that when Captain America escaped the warehouse explosion, that he must have unknowingly ingested some of the drug known as ice, as he seems to be showing common behavioural side effects with the ice drug. She also believes that it has somehow reacted to Captain America's Super Serum, which would explain why his enhanced immune system hasn't got rid of it. While they are talking about her theory, Diamondback notices a suspicious vehicle. She trips Jameson over to get him out of the way, but she ends up getting shot in the back and ends up slumped over Jameson on the pavement. When John Jameson wakes up, he realises that Diamondback's disguise has Kevlar. She isn't wounded, but it does knock her unconscious. Captain America enters a social club looking for a man named Jerry Wiedemann, also known as Jerkweed. He acts like a crazy person in front of them and provokes Jerkweed, who reveals himself by attempting to grab a hostage. It doesn't work and Captain America attacks him. He hangs Jerkweed high in the air off his hoverbike, and Jerkweed promises to tell him anything. Bullseye takes out the thugs responsible for the drive-by on Jameson and Diamondback and forces one of them to get in a car and follow Bullseye's instructions. Captain America pays the Kingpin a visit and rudely starts eating the Kingpin's food and drinking his wine. The Kingpin cryptically admits that some outside forces are bringing the drug ice into the city. The Kingpin tells Captain America that if he finds out who it is, he would appreciate it if Captain America shared the info. As he leaves, Daredevil arrives and shares his concerns about the rumours of Captain America's current behaviour. Captain America begins acting paranoid and grabs Daredevil's wrist. Daredevil has no choice and hits Captain America. Not wanting to fight, Daredevil tries to flee, but Captain America pursues him. They end up going blow for blow and Captain America wins. He walks off, leaving a beaten Daredevil on the floor. Crossbones appears and stands over the unconscious Daredevil. Daredevil feels Crossbones' presence but pretends to be unconscious. Crossbones lifts up Daredevil's mask out of curiosity and then walks off. Crossbones then attempts to kill the Kingpin and fails. He is about to attempt it again, but Daredevil turns up and starts fighting with Crossbones, allowing the Kingpin to escape. Meanwhile, Captain America is in an alley, feeling exhausted and strung out after his fight with Daredevil. As Diamondback and John Jameson head out to find Captain America, Black Widow shows up. Diamondback and Black Widow clear the air as they realise they are both on the same side. Daredevil watches as Crossbones leaves, realising that his fight with Captain America has worn him out. Jameson, Diamondback and Black Widow find Captain America beating on some young lads in an alley. They try to warn Captain America that he has been affected by ice, but he refuses to believe them. They all end up fighting as both Diamondback and Black Widow attempt to take down Captain America. At first they aren't successful, but the Black Widow gives him a powerful blow to the head and knocks him unconscious. While Crossbones gives the Red Skull a briefing on why he failed his mission, they are both unaware that Bullseye is about to attack the Red Skull. When Crossbones leaves the room, Bullseye kills the Red Skull. Crossbones re-enters the room and is getting the upper hand when fighting against Bullseye. Bullseye manages to break free and stab Crossbones in the arm, which buys him enough time to escape. Crossbones is relieved to find that Bullseye had only shot a robot of the Red Skull, meaning that the Red Skull is still alive. While he is still unconscious, Hank Pym gives Captain America a complete blood transfusion in order to get the ice drug out of his system. The downside to this is that the Super Soldier Serum is also removed. Captain America awakes from nightmares of his enemies taunting him about the Super Serum being a drug. The Red Skull and the Kingpin meet face to face to talk business as they have both failed each other's attempts at killing each other. Captain America decides that he needs to see if he still has what it takes to be Captain America without the Super Soldier Serum. At the meeting, the Red Skull offers to fight the Kingpin. His terms are that if he wins, the Kingpin has to let him continue selling ice in his city, and if he loses, he will sell the trade over to the Kingpin for him to do as he pleases. The Red Skull traps them in a force field bubble, and the Red Skull attacks the Kingpin. As they fight, Crossbones spots Captain America and goes to him to stop him intervening. Captain America saw that the lights of the stadium were on and is surprised to find Crossbones there. They fight, and despite Crossbones getting the upper hand a couple of times, Captain America uses his wits and knocks Crossbones unconscious. The Red Skull tries his hardest but loses to the Kingpin. The only reason the Kingpin does not crush the Red Skull's skull is because only the Red Skull can let them out of the force field bubble. The Red Skull admits defeat, releases the force field and escapes. Captain America asks the Kingpin what happened, and the Kingpin gloats about saving the city. When Captain America returns to the headquarters, Hank Pym tells him that he got all of the ice out of Captain America's blood and can perform another transfusion to put the Super Soldier Serum back into him. Captain America refuses and tells Hank that he no longer needs the Super Soldier Serum to be Captain America. Thank you for watching, and if you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you with the next video.